Hello everyone! This is another catch-up video. I wanted to catch up on a lot of things, just a couple things. So my garden and then some of the videos I'm going to be making next. So my garden, it's doing really good. I've been getting about a little handful of strawberries like every 2 days, 1.5 or like 2 days, every 2 days. That's pretty good. So now that I know that the strawberries really like my climate and what I'm doing with them, I'm going to start breaking them up and planting more and more because I started off with one plant and it's really just taken off. So, and that was, I think I bought it 2 years ago. And so they've been giving me strawberries actually through December. That's pretty great. I mean, in my climate, I can understand why we have it's very mild winters. So I thought, you know what? Strawberries are expensive and we love them. And I think I should just expand and expand and expand. But I'm not putting them in the ground. I really can't. Our ground is so hard. We have so many critters that like to dig. It's mainly the skunks, bless their little hearts, but I had to stop feeding them just because, I mean, I give them our scraps of fruit and stuff because I couldn't afford, to buy some cheap kibble. I mean, I can barely afford the kibble for my own cats. And so if I have leftover, scraps, it goes out there, or fruit that's like a little bit questionable. They love it. I wash it, of course. But there is a little stray cat that I feel bad because it tries to come by. And if I see it, I try to put kibble out there. But those skunks, man, they must have like excellent noses. They come, psh, and I think it got sprayed one night. So I felt so bad. It's like a little Siamese boy. Oh, he's so sweet and he's so timid. Anyways, I do my best in seeing when, like, looking for him and then trying to feed him. And there's one raccoon left. That's it. It's only been one raccoon. And the rest are all skunks, the mama and all the babies, and which I love them. I recorded such cute videos of all of them. I lost everything from my phone, but that's okay. So I'm gonna expand on the strawberries for next season. My watermelon surprisingly is doing okay, even though that I had like planted them in the ground. I had to put lattice crisscross each other so that when I water it, the skunks wouldn't just dig because they like to dig in moist dirt for grubs and worms and, you know, um, that's working out, but they're slow coming. They are. I don't know if they're going to survive. I had like 8 plants, and because of the skunks, I'm down to 3, and it's still down to 3, I believe. I don't think they're getting enough sun because of the lattice on them, but we'll see. It was an experience, and they are a little temperamental. I didn't know that. The other thing is the tomatoes. I realized some of the mistakes I've been making or made, and I had heirloom, no, beefsteak tomatoes, and then the large cherry tomatoes. After a while, because I kept having to transplant them so many times, they're so hardy, I forgot what was what. And I ended up putting too many in a storage tote, like 4 to 5 in some of them. But they are competing with each other so much that they're growing so late. They're latent, and but I'm finally getting the first tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes have ripened. They've been coming along. And then the beefsteak have, I start, they're only like this big, and they got to get bigger and then turn green or yellow. Sorry, red. Wow. And so that was a mistake on my end. I wanted to try and see because I had limited space. So I'm not going to do that for next year. I am going to have to buy some more topsoil because I have completely run out. So I don't even want to think about it until next spring. But I will have to, because I had some that my dad got for my birthday about 4 years ago. And I used it all up now, and it's done. I have like a little bit left, like a quarter of a bag. So, but that's the learning curve. That's the only way you can learn. So the tomatoes are doing okay. They're just not giving a lot of fruit, and they're very behind. Okay, then let's see what else. The blackberry literally gave me like maybe 10 blackberries, and I've had that plant for 5 years. It's not happy in my pot, but now I know it can produce. I just kept watering it, and the season's over now for blackberries, but um I could put it in this one area, which is um, a cutout under my window, my family room window, because it won't spread. Um, I could do that, but then I would only get blackberries. And I do like to put, I like to grow eggplant, cucumbers, squash, but I couldn't even do that this year because the skunks were too persistent. So maybe I should just unleash it, this fall and plant it under the window. And that way I'm always going to have blackberries, which I would love. So I might do that. And then maybe pick a different location for squash and, oh, I didn't grow pumpkin this year. That's right. Squash, eggplant, and cucumbers. I did not grow any of that this year, but I did last year. And this year it's only watermelon in that area. And I think that the blackberries would do really well there. I have 2 fig trees in containers, and they're just suffering in the containers. So I really have to transplant either one, definitely one, maybe not the second one, but definitely one of them. It wants to like grow and we love figs, and I like dried figs, and it would do so much better in the ground. I do need better soil. So I do need to, in my county, we can get some free, what is it called? Mulch. But I have to like show them that I still have grass, but I'm converting to mulch. And so I'm trying to just keep the grass going. It's dying, but it'll come back in fall, winter, and then I can show them come early spring, because I don't have the energy for it now. With everything that's going on, it's just not feasible. I thought I could back in like early June, late May, but everything hit the fan and I wasn't able to. So for next year. And actually I probably only need like 4 or 5 bags of mulch if I don't get approved. And I think, you can buy like 3 for whatever. It's not that much. And I'll just have to, things will be different. Things are going to be different because, I'll have a job by then, and I'm going to have money, a little bit money to budget with. So it'll be fine. That's the other thing. I have not found a job yet, but I did get a call back, and I couldn't go to the interview because I explained to them I don't have a car to get there, and that didn't sound good. And I didn't have a car for literally 3 more weeks, maybe 4 more weeks after that. So it wasn't like I could say, well, I can't get there now, but maybe, I couldn't. So I didn't want to lead them on, and they'll probably never call me back. But I'm going to go in a different direction, and I've started working on that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very hopeful, and I've been praying for it. And now that I have a car, but it has to be local. It really has to be local, or remote work again. Okay, so there's that update. The other update. So I'm trying to cut my costs for electricity and gas. So I'm still using that one burner, electric burner, rather than my gas stove to cook everything on. And hi, baby. Here's my dog. Hi, my love. You're so cute. Look how delicious you are. Look at, he's lost so much teeth in the front that his fangs get stuck under his little lip. He looks so funny. My love, I love you. You're so adorable. You're sleepy right now, huh? Oh, monkey, monkey, monkey. Um, so, what was I saying? Oh, so I've been using the burner this whole time. It's been great. My friend gave me an idea for because summer's not over. We're gonna have more triple digit weather. And I told her, I said, I haven't been eating beans because we don't have an air conditioner. And I'm just like dying, trying to boil water in the kitchen. I mean, I'm just like dripping sweat. And my dad's like, why are you so sweaty? I'm like, because I'm cooking and it's hot, Dad. But she gave me a great idea. And she said, why don't you do your normal thing, soak your beans, okay, and then put your slow cooker outside. And yeah, I wouldn't do it in the backyard, but I could do it in the front porch, and because we have a plug out there, and then I can just cook it out there. And because even if it's a small crock pot, which it's really small, but I'm probably going to use a bigger one this next time, it puts out a lot of heat, and I think that's a great idea. I'll cook it outside. Like, why didn't I think of that? Because my brain is fried from this heat. Like, I can't think straight. I just can't. And so I'm going to be doing that. In fact, when I get done with this video, I'm going to soak some beans and then put it outside. I have like a little table I can put it on and cook some beans and for hours, and then bring it on in, and then we've got beans, because I have not been eating beans, and I have been, sorry, from a can, and they're great. But I really miss having like a bulk amount of beans, because I eat beans every single day. It's a big part of my diet, just like salad and veggies, because I don't eat meat. I only eat, if I'm lucky, if I get some, fish. And I do have tuna fish, thanks to a friend. But you know what I mean. I mainly eat veggies and legumes. So, yeah, why didn't I think of that? So I'm thinking of tonight soaking some garbanzos and pinto beans, because I want to make my own hummus, and I haven't been able to do that. So I want to make some garbanzos tomorrow and pinto beans, so I can add some veggies and stuff, because we love soup. Even when it's hot, we like soup. I mean, at night it gets cool here, so we can tolerate soup. Or early in the morning, we can tolerate it. I really miss it. And it's nice just having soup, in the fridge, so we don't have to think about like what we're gonna eat, So that was a great tip. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Let's see. As far as another update. Oh, okay, yes. This one's kind of major for me. So on my channel years ago, I used to sell jewelry on my channel, because I found my dad had bought so much jewelry over the years, and I really needed to liquidate it because we needed to recoup the cost. And I pretty much did. I liquidated like almost everything. And I was, making some jewelry in the mix and selling that too. And it was nice, it was like, it's semi-precious stones, it's pearls, it's sterling silver. And I just stopped at some point. I think I stopped in like January 2021. And I never went back. My situation changed a little bit to where I couldn't do it as often, and really I had run out of majority of some of the inventory, but I still have some. And so I started making jewelry, and I'm pretty good at it. I mean, I don't normally, talk myself up, but, you know, um, I'm pretty good at it. And I try to stick with like simple designs, and I hand select everything. Anyways, I am going to be showing that and doing videos, short videos that say, I have a sale today and I'm going to be selling, 5 things. And if you're interested, put your comment down below that you want, item number 1. Okay. So, or number 2 or 3 or whatever. The thing is that I haven't done this in a while. So I used to do videos and I used to do lives for selling on this channel and my other channel, my jewelry channel. But my other jewelry channel, I feel like no one really watches that, and it's very competitive in the jewelry world. So I'm hoping that my normal viewers will want to buy these things for themselves, maybe for Christmas presents. It's high quality. I do wrap everything. It comes in it's very presentable. And I'm going to be doing that again. So I will be doing a video shortly. I'm not really sure when. I'm working on some things now. And yeah, I've got the stuff right here. A lot of the stuff ready. So it's really a matter of coordinating myself. I had to like go through I still need to find more stuff, like my displays and everything. But here's my ring sizer and pliers, needle nose for making jewelry, and some other stuff, fashion jewelry, vintage jewelry, and new jewelry, new fashion jewelry, and new, like, not fashion, like precious stones. I have some grab bags, not grab bags, like bags with stuff. I'll show you. I'm not going to call them grab bags because you don't know what's in a grab bag, right? And I want people to have an idea what's majority in there. So I've got lots of things, and I will get to that. So maybe by next week, I'll be showing these videos. It will help me out immensely, just to make a little cash every week, maybe twice a week. I don't have an income yet. I have been, I had to go back to the library, or I have to go, excuse me, I have to go back to the library to do my resume over and resubmit to other options. I'm opening up my world, and this is what I'm doing. And yeah, so that's the news. I'm gonna be posting videos on if you want to buy my jewelry. And personally, I think it's nice and it's well made. And the things that I sell are nice, the other things that aren't made by me. And yeah, I mean, you can go back to my old videos and see, what I used to sell. And so it's maybe some people aren't comfortable with, purchasing, like, the people who watch me, they probably watch the same content, and maybe they're not comfortable buying off of a YouTuber, but I have been doing this for years. And I just stopped in, I think it was 2021, or maybe it was 2022. I think it was 2021. And yeah, I'm cool. I'm like ready to get back into it, I may not do it as frequent and as much as I used to, but I'm going to get back into it. And I don't expect, my normal buyers, I had like really consistent buyers that would buy from me because they knew the quality and how I wrapped it, and I labeled everything, what it was. I had like people like buy from me and then resell it on their own live, their video. They got a good deal and then they knew exactly what it was. Sometimes when you buy from people, you don't know the carats, and not everything I'm going to show is going to be, I'm telling you how many carats and blah, 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 because I lost some paperwork. So, but for some of it, yeah. Anyways, my dad's a gemologist. He will be helping me maybe sort through some things if I have a question, but that's why I have all this jewelry. I got rid of most of it, but it's a little bit left. That's the other big announcement, and I will see you guys later. And thank you for sticking around. I hope to connect with you guys again, please, because I need your help. If anything, thumbs up, message me. I love to talk with you guys. It's going to help the algorithm. And if this video is helpful and you think it's interesting, share it. And when I do a video on jewelry, share it to someone who might be interested. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later. Thank you and have a good evening.